Hello, everyone. Welcome to our weekly live broadcast. We're going to do a couple of more things for technical stuff here. And I'm just going to bring in our people from Instagram world. And hopefully the lighting and everything is working out. Looks actually more lighting than usual on Instagram and everywhere. So I just wanted to say welcome. If you're looking at the... Hi, Marie. You're looking at the screenshot, I'm trying to multitask by having a laser in there. So I get two screens. I'm actually involved in the meeting twice, and I'm using my poster here to actually focus on another point with the laser. So I'm not sure if you can see it. You can probably highlight it somehow, but let's begin right away. So we do our three-part process, which we'll actually be teaching this weekend. If anybody's interested, we've already got 8 people, and I think that's US and Europe. Then we have a masterclass. Blood flow to the brain. And we will wave to our friends. So we have the laser. We can keep it on here for the time. But I put it on T4, which is for the breast. Extra focus this week. And we can see our comments from Marie, our website. So did anybody out there join us for the aloe vera interview? It's still available. It's no longer going to be available here on my website because we are live right now, but it's going to be till the end of time. It will be on Facebook. And did you like the interview? I thought it was pretty good. It's good stuff. I recommend it to everyone. Blood flow to the brain. And our first person here is Happy Mama. And our second one is Marie. Brain points, command points of the brain. So I'm trying to... Platelets and vagus nerve. Yes, we will work on that. See if we can actually use the other camera to get a close-up on the hands. And of course, you're seeing all of my accounting forms, and I'll fix that next time. Or it just might be driving you crazy by seeing this multiple screens of tapping. And like I say, we have the laser here right now on T4. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery. Has it run for everyone, a tune-up. I adjusted my screen so you could see my hands better. Hopefully you can see my hands. Kind of like a chef, right? 3-camera shot. So let's get specific. You can see my hands. That's great. So we work with Happy Mama, healing chi for perfect blood, continued breast health, blessings and gratitude. And I'd like to give a shout out to someone I just got a call for related to Brian, a 13-year-old with leukemia in the hospital as we speak. So we'll do a big shout out. We'll do some work for Perfect Blood for Brian as well. Blood flow to the brain for Happy Mama. Command points of the brain. And for you, Maria, question, is it a long drive to Hanover for you? So I'm trying to make this so you just don't look at my chin in Instagram. This is complicated. This is complicated. We are live streaming to 5 Facebook pages, a website, and Instagram. We have a double screen process to try to give you extra laser access for charging the battery, opening a blockage. Command points of the brain stem for Happy Mama. Blood flow to the brain. Let's mostly tap on the side of the camera. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery. C1 to C7, but especially T1 for the bones. Perfect blood, platelets as well. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. P Fun Fitness. Are you familiar with Tong Ren? I don't recognize your handle, I guess it's called. T1 for the bones, platelets, spleen for blood, I learned that if you hold your breath or you have an oxygen deficiency, the spleen will release more platelets. So the spleen does recycle as well as manage platelets in case of an emergency. So I got to watch for all of my screens because we're getting a view of all kinds of stuff, including my ceiling. T1 for the bones, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, anti-inflammation, T4 for the breast. And we have the laser on the breast as well. So P Fun Fitness. Sounds like fun and fitness. So we want to do more with Perfect Blood. T1 for the bones. GB39 for the bones. Classic Chinese point. In addition to of that, for the platelets and the bones and Perfect Blood and the breast, of course, T4. So ideally, we usually focus blood and nerve flow. So the nerve flow is T4. The blood flow are the mammary arteries. And we can work on the lower sky window area. If anything, you see the chart here as a reminder for the points. So a third part for the bones and the blood and the platelets and different things for everyone. We work on craniosacral fluid, which is a manager of the bone marrow, a manager of the nervous system of the spine. So we start with this. It's a two-part. It's a circle, a cycle. So it is starts in the sphenoid bone above the ears and ends in the tailbone. Coccyx 1, 2, 3, 4. Coccygeal 1, 2, 3, 4. Craniosacral fluid is the immune system and the nourisher of the spine. And again, T1 for the bones, T7 for the spleen and the bones, and not for the bones, but for the blood and the platelets. T1 for the platelets and the bone marrow. And the cranial sacral flow. For all of that. Looks like I'm a clone. I'm tapping in two places at the same time. More of the quantum idea. So let's go down to the bottom. Then the vagus nerve. We have a request for the vagus nerve specifically. So GB20. GB20, sky window. Vagus nerve down the sky window, down the kidney meridian. And then grounding to liver 3. And kidney 1. So P, fun, fitness. Tell everybody here what's so fun about your fitness. Like to hear it. Sounds great. Is it yoga, trampolines, all kinds of good stuff? All fitness is good. And if it's fun, it's even better. So I think we covered that pretty good. And happy mama, we do have the laser on T4 for the breast as well. So next we have Esther for the brain and the bladder. And Eric, I got your message. You postponed the meeting till tomorrow. I think it's around 5 Eastern time. I look forward to seeing you. I see you, Dolly. It's you're next. We have two. First, we have Esther, blood flow to the brain. I'm not sure really how that works in terms of changing the screen size. Yeah, you don't want to see that. Okay. Blood flow to the brain, and the brain command points for Esther. So what I'm thinking is we should get 10,000 people on Zoom, everybody tapping at the same time for world peace. What do you think, you guys? Sound like a plan? Just adjusting so I can see everything. Christine is here too. So we'll work with Esther, make sure we focus everything for her. GV 1920, 21, 22. Occipital arteries for the brain. Sky window for the brain. Good to see you, Christine. Sounds like a good plan. Can you imagine 10,000 little Zoom screens all tapping? It's got to do something, right? So say somebody says, hi, sorry, I'm late. You're never late. It just puts you in a different place on the list. That's all. So continue for Esther, C1 to C7. Anti-inflammation, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And it might be hard to see, and I might do some other adjustments. If you can see the laser actually here on T4 for the breast, which is also good for you, Christine. I'm a big proponent of the laser. My favorite technique because it works kind of a yin-yang balance. Yin is opening a blockage, releasing, and then the laser is tonifying or adding, and specifically charging the battery. So as I mentioned, anybody who hasn't seen the superhero interview of Dr. Jerry, of the benefits of her especially low processing whole leaf aloe vera, it's a game changer. And as she said many times about the macrophages and the immune system initializer, it would be good for anything, including COVID, any immune challenge. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for Esther. And then for the lower area, because we're going to be working on the bladder, T7 right side for the lower blood, and then for her lumbar 1 to 5. And we'll start a little bit on the lower back area for blue sky. And we'll do it again. But in particular, S1 to S5 for the bladder area, lumbosacral plexus, hip to hip area, and then at sacrum 1 to 5 for the bladder. especially 1, 2, 3, and 4. So for Marie, I'm working out details in Hanover. And we'll talk about that, so I can support you and what you need. So bladder 54, lymph drainage, congestion, and release also for the lower back. And again, vagus nerve. So let's work on the vagus nerve. Every time we do it, we'll think of Marie. Vagus nerve to the sky window. So I hope you like the 2-camera action. Hope that works. But I know in my mind, my consciousness, I see the laser, because it's not about the laser or the dolls, technically. But in my mind, I'm focusing on T4 in terms of the tonifying component, and then the opening of the blockage as the yin part of our yin-yang type of process for the TAM healing system. So it means I need to clean up my accounting. So again, for Esther, the tonifying area, CV4 for the bladder area. So you're asking a question, where is that video located? Which video are you referring to? The video for the aloe vera interview, and it lasted 90 minutes because it was just so much good information for people. It is on my Facebook page forever. I will be downloading it and putting it on a website, but right now it is going to be on Facebook in 3 places, so we can have it and people can watch the replay. So we'll ground liver 3, kidney 1, and spleen 6 for all this blood and bone issues as well. So Anusara Wellness Facebook page. So next we work with Dolly, and then Christine, so left foot and leg has numbness, so let's start right away. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command points, so sensory cortex, motor cortex, the entire central nervous system. Initialize the central nervous system for the numbness. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery, initialize the entire spine. So let's work with Pat and the shoulders, the brachial plexus first. And the shoulder release point, how good is that? Gallbladder 21, right at the high point in the shoulders. You can even do this with your hands. And as I said, for Tong Ren, my goal is to hand it to 10 people, so they can treat 100, and they can treat 1,000, and so on. We can spread this out. I taught about 2 weeks ago to a French-only class, and we had 23 people. It was great. And we've already got quite a few people for this weekend for the English version, international version. Makes me excited. We've had people, we will be having Norway. We'll check that one off, but we've had Greece, Indonesia, France, Switzerland, Indonesia, Australia, lumbosacral plexus for the Pat's shoulders, arthritis T123 478. So the osteoporosis is C6, C7, T1. Why is that? So the thyroid, parathyroid, calcium balancing, the body is constantly building and breaking down bone. So if it's breaking down too much bone or the body is acidic and leaching calcium, you'll have a net loss of bone. So C6, C7, and then focus on an alkaline diet. And guess what Dr. Jerry said last night, Tuesday night? Aloe vera is very alkalizing. Of course, green vegetables, lemons, they're all alkalizing too. So for the bones, C6, C7, T1, GB39 for the bones. Anti-inflammation T123 478. So weight and memory. So let's work on GV20 for the metabolism. So memory, Sky Window. There's also something called Brain On by a great blue-green algae company, E3 Live. I've used for med students, all kinds of people. So shoulders to the hands. So we do the ouch points right down to the hands. One, two, three, four, seven, eight, anti-inflammation and osteoporosis and pain, especially the right arm, brachial plexus to the right arm. There are some unique techniques for pain, which are earthing mats you can have at night. Works on the eosinophils and relaxes and gives you pain relief. There are also PEMF mats, special hydration waters, different things like that. And then grounding. And we'll begin also with the lower back for Blue Sky. Welcome. And liver 3 and kidney 1 for grounding for Pat and Dolly. And I think we covered that quite well. And Christine is next. So for you, Christine, we're doing a 2-part process, the doll and the laser. We have the laser on T4, specifically for the breast cancer. So let's do it. Blood flow. And welcome, Emma. Good to see you. Hope you're doing super. Hope things are safe there for you and your family. So for Christine, we have breast cancer, lymphatic system, also low platelets, so we'll do that again, and Hashimoto's, C6, C7. And then we also have Patricia Rose Wagner, then we'll do blue sky, and we'll do colon cancer for a couple of people as well. 2 people in particular. I didn't ask them permission for their names, but I do have permission to work with them. No sound on Instagram. Is that true? So let's take a look at Instagram. You have no sound. Let's take a look. We have this off. Just let me know if that's still the case. Muma Shadi, did you hear? Yep, let's try again. So breast cancer. So let's do the blood flow to the brain for Christine Lee. Good to see you, Christine. Command points of the brain. Hypothalamus, pituitary, the endocrine master points. No sound on Instagram. Wonder why. Let's take a quick look. No sound on Instagram. Let me try one thing. Let me know if it changes. We're going to work on different things to get the sound. There's the microphone. It is muted. Now it's on again. So let me see if you hear any sound now. No. And turned off. But it is unmuted. It should be working now. So nobody is getting sound on Instagram. I know what happened. There was a call that came in and that kills the sound. So I may have to restart. I'll have to figure out a way. Still no sound, still no sound. So I may come out and go back in because sometimes I saw a phone call come in. It was muted, but it will kill the sound. So I'm going to go out and come back, and excuse me for everybody there. I'm resetting Instagram, so make sure everybody's included as well. So let's and we will go live again. So on Instagram, the sound should be reconnected. So we get a lot of people here. And endocrine system initialization. Let me know if you can hear me. You should be able to hear me now. Blood flow to the spine, working now. Yep, I know the problem, and I will figure out how to prevent that from happening in the future. and you can hear me okay. So the Hashimoto's, C6, C7, T1, thyroid, parathyroid, bones, calcium balancing. Hashimoto's is an autoimmune. It's called an autoimmune condition. One thing always important, you should rule out Epstein-Barr virus, which can also be the cause of Hashimoto's and any autoimmune condition. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. T3 for the lymphatic system, and we'll do a lymphatic boost for everyone. Is everybody interested in that? So if anybody else heard the interview from the Aloe expert, let me know. Also, I want to know if a lot of people got it. You will be able to see it on my Facebook page. And what were your thoughts? Have mindful presence. What were your thoughts? Any input or feedback? Because we'll probably do them again. We're going to have Dr. Wheatgrass in October again because people were so crazy interested in him. He's going to be a regular. He's such a cool guy. We're going to show real cases with real pictures of the benefits of wheatgrass, his wheatgrass products, which are really simple. He hasn't really done a lot with business. He just focused on this is the best thing, this works the best, and that's what he promotes. Platelets for Christine, T1 for the bones and platelet production, T7 left side spleen for blood cell recycling, GB39 for the bones, and spleen 6. So we get to split the bones and the spleen all working together. And as I said, we have the laser on T4. I put it on the center to cover everyone. And then grounding. And we'll include you in a big lymph system tune-up. So next we're going to work on Blue Sky, then Sandy Lou. A lymph boost coming right up for everyone. We can really do it. So let's work for Blue Sky. And Blue Sky, where is it? There it is. So we worked on Dolly, next is Blue Sky. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command points, initialization, the central nervous system, and the endocrine system. Kind of big, kind of important. What do you guys think? So let's work on all of Blue Sky's issues. And rotator cuff tendonitis in both shoulders. And we will get to a special herbal remedy from my expert herbal master teacher for your rotator cuff. In fact, any injury that is slow healing. One of the reasons it's slow healing, because you're having a hard time to pull out the old dead cells. So you pull out the old dead cells and need to get one good new cells in there. And you do that with a special herbal salve or remedy called yarrow. So I'll put that all over the shoulder area. That's a good technique for so many things, even for healing fingers. And this was a regular for soldiers, because if they had an injury, they would use the yarrow, and it would sometimes even reconnect fingers and all kinds of amazing stuff. So we're going to work on healthy bowel, colon cancer for everyone. And then after that, we'll work on Sandy Lou and do a big tune-up for the lymph system. Oh, I hope that doesn't knock out. So let me know if we lost the sound again on Instagram. There's something else I can do. real quick. You can probably all see me. We need to have do not disturb on. So that should work. Hopefully the sound is still working for you guys. And we will get focused again. Let me know if you can still hear me, you guys. Hopefully I don't have to restart and go again. So C6, C7, T1, working for blue sky, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, anti-inflammation, T8 for the pancreas and insulin resistance. The best way to manage that is to lower your fat intake to 10%. You will eliminate diabetes and insulin resistance and even ED. Same thing. There is this gummy they sell for insulin resistance. Hey, why not try it? I think it is Goli or something like that. T3 for the lungs for the dad, T8 for the pancreas, C3 for the eyes. And hopefully you guys on Instagram can still hear me okay. So C3 for the eyes and the ouch point for the eyes. Blood flow for the eyes, sky window, and facial artery. So let's go to the healthy bowel and lower back. L1 to 5, S1 to 5. 2 specific people for colon cancer, S1 to 5. Tailbone, S1 to tailbone, C1 to 5. Coccygeal 1 to 5. And good to see you, blue sky. And down the legs, bladder 54 for the lower back, and even the colon area. Hello, Esther. I see that you're on the website, and we worked with you already. And if you have any more requests, feel free to include them. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Osteoarthritis, which we did not include for Dolly and her crew. And vagus nerve again for Marie. Down the torso, kidney meridian, liver 3, and kidney 1. So great. We were getting there. We worked with Dolly. Hello from Eric. Pondering stranger. Feeling the chi. Sound like a well-needed plan for everyone. And the video is, I've given you that. Yes, you put your healing requests right in here, Nancy. Pain relief points, we'll work on that. So next we work with Sandy Lou. Blood flow to the brain, initialize. Brain command points. And like I say, anybody interested in learning Tong Ren, we'll be teaching this weekend in 2 days. Hopefully we still have sound on Instagram. We skipped Patricia Rose Wagner. My apologies. So we will work on Patricia Rose Wagner and Sandy Lou both. Blood flow to the brain, brain command points, brain stem command points. But again, thyroid, C6, C7. So blood flow nerve flow. So nerve flow is C6, C7. Blood flow is superior and inferior thyroid arteries. So for Sandy, I see C5 to T2. Sounds like a good chiropractic adjustment. If you're in Massachusetts, I can give you some good recommendations. So it's a good complement to get chiropractic and craniosacral therapy along with Tong Ren. It's an amazing combination. And of course, the acupuncture from the acupuncturist Antoina, as I've done for myself for over 20-25 years. Thyroid, C6, C7, but C5 to T2. Let's do it. C5 to T2. Radiating pain, brachial plexus. That's the C5 to T2 area. It's all about the brachial plexus. Down to the scapula, and here's a trick, a key point for the scapula to release the scapula and the brachial plexus. Where you have the corner of the scapula, as you can see right here in the chart, you go right here. This is pretty cool to have a chart. Right here in the upper corner, right there. So that's a release point. And oh yes, we will work on the frozen shoulders next, after Patricia and Sandy Lou. But don't forget the yarrow balm on the whole shoulder area. It will heal more quickly. That may be what's holding up your recovery. C5 to T2, left scapula. Circumnavigate the entire scapular area, and especially the upper right hand inside corner. Big knot there, probably. Then we're going to do a lymph for Nancy and for Sandy and everyone. Lymph tune-up. So down the left arm. But that's a point even for carpal tunnel, that point at the upper corner of the scapula. And the left thumb is just the nerves coming from the neck. Lots of pain. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 to get rid of the pain. And it's great to be with you too, Sandy. Pain relief points, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Anti-inflammation. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 would be the pain relief points. So for Patricia, and then we'll work on the frozen shoulder. C6, C7, balanced thyroid. So you do the pituitary, the master gland of the endocrine system, then the C6, C7 thyroid, and slight cough. So C3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 for the throat area, and the tonsils. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for anti-inflammation, as I said, Nancy. T5 for the heart. So for the cat, as we're up here, Bernie the cat, is that cat from Vermont? I wonder. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Lumbar 1 to 5, especially lumbar 1 and 2, the adrenals and the kidneys. But the brachial plexus for the front paws down to the paw. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, anti-inflammation. Lumbar 1 to 5 and sacrum 1 to 5. So let me know how the pain is doing, Sandy. For yarrow. What I would recommend for the yarrow salve is just to buy it pre-made. There's an excellent company called Spirit Herbs in New York. They have yarrow salve. It's a really brilliant company. They're really connected to the earth. So I would recommend just getting it. You can get it with the powder and put in coconut or anything to make a salve, but they have the right ratios and stuff like that. So it was a company called Spirit. I think it's called Spirit Herbs in New York. But you can even get the powder, put it in some clay, make a poultice. That's another option for your shoulder. And we'll be working on next. And then grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Vagus nerve down to the lower dantian. 70% of our immune system is in the gut. We want a lower immune response, which will also lower inflammation and pain. So CV4. Liver 3 and kidney 1. So I'm presuming on Instagram you can hear me now. I figured out the problem. We will eliminate that in the future. So for Patricia Rose, make sure we include adrenals, healthy prostate, L1, 2, 3, 4, 5, L3 for the prostate. So blood flow, T7 to the prostate, L3 to the prostate. So everybody put on your seatbelts. We're going to do the great Anusara lymph tune-up. So the armpits. Let me just get a perspective on our time here. And we are right on track. So the lymph system is a system that parallels the circulation because the garbage in the arteries goes into the lymph, and then the lymph brings it out of the body. It's garbage, and then it puts it into the blood, which I will show you now. First in the armpits collection areas, so we have collection centers, and we're also going to work on the inguinal areas for the lymph as well as the hernias. The abdominal and inguinal lymph hernia areas. Spleen 12 and 13 would be the specific point. So how's everybody doing? You guys still here? So I'll give a call. We'll talk, Maria, about Hanover and any other possibilities. The main collection centers, the armpits, there's always skin brushing. Look it up. Skin brushing for the lymph. Axillary lymph for the armpits, inguinal lymph for the groin. Then it goes up the lymphatic duct to the blood, stomach 11 and 12. And then the kidneys and the adrenals remove the lymph, but the largest lymph node of the body is the spleen, which is T6. T7, whoops. T7 left side, yep. And Pondering Stranger, you're good. Hopefully we got you covered there. So let me know, Sandy, if you find that Spirit Herbs location. I don't recommend many places, but that one was recommended to me by a master herbalist, and these are their masters. And good to see you, Emma. Hope you're feeling better. And the swollen lymph from ear all the way down to the jaw. So the best thing in the world for lymph is rebounding. Bounce on a trampoline, a small one, a little customized one. It will drain your lymph. Walking, swinging your arms, that helps to move the lymph. Massage, of course, there's lymphatic drainage. So all of these things. And grounding liver 3 and kidney 1. So Kimby's, let me make sure I didn't skip Kimby's adrenal health. But you are next, absolutely. But let me just check in with the messages from Sandy. Hold the dial to the camera. So the point that I'm referring to for releasing carpal tunnel and all those things I know from 25 years of massage therapy experience. If you go to the triangle, the scapula, you go to the inside and the upper point, about an inch or two, you'll feel it. That's the point to massage, and that's the point to tap on the belt. It doesn't have a specific point, but I know about it from experience with my hands, years and years and years. That's ground zero for the shoulders and for all of those other things. So I hope that was helpful for you. So Kimby's adrenal health, blood flow to the brain command points. So we're going to work on the Nancy and Kimby's. And if I missed anybody else, let me know. But I think we got everybody, even Bernie the cat, possibly from New Jersey. I mean, not New Jersey. Bernie lives in New York now, but he's from Vermont. Command point to the brain stem. So we're working on adrenals, which are hormones. So the master hormone manager is the pituitary. So we start at the top. So for detoxing, I recommend detox programs as well as T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. We actually have 2 detox programs coming up. One is for the colon cleanse, and then the next one is the detox cleanse. And we'll actually be having some people from France on that too, looks like. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, right, broken foot, yarrow, salve, clay, poultice. 2 things. Plants and earth are your friends. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And for everyone, the microbiome, T11, T12, L4, L5. For everyone. So we have a colon cleanse and a detox cleanse. But the colon cleanse is unique. It's actually an oxygen therapy. And it also cleanses the colon. Lumbar 1 to 5, L3 for L2 for adrenals. Let's work on the ouch point of the jaw for Nancy. I don't want to miss that. Glad you're feeling great, Sandy. I think we had about 50 requests plus, so I think we did okay. I want to get everybody included. I don't want to miss anyone. That's my goal. So broken right foot. So blood flow and nerve flow. So blood flow is the of course, the vertebral artery to the spinal artery, but T7 for the abdominal blood flow to the lower extremities. Nerve flow, brachial plexus, lumbosacral plexus, I apologize. And then the nerve, the sciatic nerve down to the right foot and the output on the right foot itself. So detox clay is the best option for detoxing. There are herbal therapies as well. VROB3, Valerie. Yes, Valerie, good to see you. Great talking with you. Let's keep in touch. I did send off a message to Genevieve, and we've communicated already, so we're back on track. And we will do a charging of the battery for everyone now that we've got everyone, in case I missed someone. What a great community of people. It is always my pleasure to hang out with you guys. And thank you for keep returning. Tong Ren is a subtle energy, but powerful when you build up subtle, repeated momentum going forward, ideally every day, even once, twice, thrice a day, and just keep that healing momentum going to overcome almost anything. I would say anything. Charge the lower dantian of the battery. So everybody take a deep breath. And I will put in the comments the spirit herbs in New York. I'll find it in just a moment. So don't go away. And now I need to find a new tone, which sounds, this is like a 150-year-old bowl here. Not sure if you can hear it. You can see it in all frames. I got 3 cameras going, it's tough. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining, and I hope to see you next week. What do we have coming up? We have Dr. Wheatgrass will be in October. We have our 2-part cleanse, the colon cleanse in October, and the other cleanse, the detox cleanse in December. If you speak French, you can join the French group. There's a French group doing a cleanse in November 27. In 2 days, we teach Tong Ren. Life is good. Thank you very much. Have a great day. And we will see you next week. And feel free to keep in touch with me. That's what communities are about, not losing connection. Community comes from the Latin meaning hanging out together. Thanks very much and have a great day. And Sandy, if the chat goes away, you can email me at joe@anasarwellness.com.